Hello and welcome back to the channel. The Football Association has spoken. There's been action taken against Cavani. This is breaking news. I'm not sure what the action is exactly, but even though his current club insists, including myself by the way, I insist that his intentions were not malicious. Edinson Cavani has been charged with misconduct by the Football Association after a racially insensitive message on social media, mulling over their response. They've taken a very, very long time to do this. And this is an article I'm reading on Goal, but it's pretty much everywhere now, so it's actual news. You know, it's not clickbait or anything. And all I'm going to say about this is simple. Like I tried to explain on my last video, just because something is okay in your country or in your region doesn't mean it's going to sit well with everybody else in the world, especially when you are in a foreign country. Now, I am not from the UK, I do not live in the UK, but I have a better understanding of their culture as well as the American culture, a lot more than the South American culture, okay? And so for me, as a black person, I knew Cavani wasn't being racist. I knew he meant it in a playful way. But I immediately started shaking my head and did this to myself because I was like, you done fucked up. You done fucked up. Because like I was disappointed. I wasn't mad. I wasn't upset. I wasn't ranting. I was just giving my honest thoughts on why this would be perceived in a certain way. When you say something, people aren't always going to go with what you meant. People are going to read it and then react to it without ever getting any context, because not everybody can talk to Edinson Cavani. Not everybody can message Edinson Cavani and be like, hey bro, what did you mean when you said that N-word in Spanish? And he would have been like, nah, I was just referring to a black friend of mine. And we would have been like, oh, okay, cool, aware. Some of us knew, but the rest of the world is not going to know. You get it now. You know, like I can't believe I had to break that down, because I had people in the comments of the last video going, he didn't actually say the N-word. And I was like, well, first of all, he did. He said a word that started with an N that referred to black people. Spanish, English, Swahili, Xhosa, Zulu, Sotho, freaking Aborigine. It was a word that started with an N that was referring to black people. That's what I meant when I said N-word. I didn't mean he said it in English or he said it in a malicious, offensive way. He did say the N-word. Like, let's get that out there. He did say the N-word. He said a word that started with an N that was referring to black people, right? I don't think he meant it maliciously, but just because you didn't mean something maliciously doesn't mean you cannot get punished for it. Ignorance is not excusable in the eyes of the law. So just because you didn't know something was offensive or you didn't know something was going to hurt someone doesn't mean you shouldn't get punished. If I walk into your house and I piss on the carpet and I didn't know that was a thing you don't do in your house, but in my house it's acceptable, it doesn't mean I can just go and do it at everybody else's house. Because pissing on a carpet is not something we do in society, you know. That's more what the animals do, right? And even then, if you have an ill-trained dog, then you come to someone's house, they might still slap you, fam, if your dog pisses on their carpet. So it's as simple as that. And if you don't understand that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've tried to explain it as much as possible. Whether or not you think the ban is justified or not, hey, whatever. Or the charge, whatever it may be. By the way, let's actually try to find out what the actual charge is. Obviously, the 33-year-old posted a message after the game on Sunday referring to a friend and giving an affectionate greeting of him, thanking him and congratulating him after the game. The post was very quickly and abruptly removed for obvious reasons. And yeah, he said the last thing I wanted to do was offend anyone, but I completely opposed to racism and deleted the message as soon as it was explained and interpreted differently. I would like to sincerely apologize for it. So he's recognized that, you know, he shouldn't have done it, but he was trying to explain his intentions, and I like that. So it doesn't actually say what the charge is to completion. It just says here that the striker has until the 4th of January in 2021, which is next year, right around the corner, by the way, to respond to this charge. And United maintained that there was no malicious intent. And yeah, I agree. Again, for any Spanish people watching the video, any people from South America, any Latinos watching my video, okay, I agree he was not being racist. We already got that out of the way. I agree. I'm not one of those ignorant people that thinks Cavani was actually being racist. I don't actually agree with the ban. I just think I saw it coming because this is how these things work. You know, like I'm trying trying to explain from the perspective of someone who might not understand it as well as you and I engaging in this video understand. By the way, let me just clear that up, you know. So, you know, but anyways, appreciate the views I got in the last video and the comments as well. It was pretty amazing. We'll pick this up once we have more clarity on what the ban actually is, or what the charge actually is, and if Cavani responds and he wins the case, you know. But it's me, your boy TripleM, and peace.